Welcome to the Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbor podcast. No shade, just sunshine. Drama-free, positive vibes only. This is the Fort Myers Beach Chamber Roxie series, where we share local information, meet the people who make this island special, and shine some sun on the businesses that keep our island glowing. Here's your host, Cabo Jim Shout.
Welcome, Fort Myers Beach Good Neighbors, to another episode of the Roxie. But we're not at the Roxie, but we're at the beach still, right?
That's right.
Absolutely. But today we have Cindy and Mary from Turtle Time, kind of to explain. We're talking about what every local and visitor should know about the nonprofit helping protect the turtles here on the beach, right? So, for people who aren't familiar with what Turtle Time is, it's not a clock. But what is Turtle Time?
We are a volunteer organization. There's probably 150 of us, and we are tasked with monitoring the nesting sea turtles who will visit us from May to October usually. What we do is we patrol the beach every morning, all of our sandy beaches in all of Florida, and we look for turtle sign, and then we decide whether the turtle on this visit has laid eggs or not. And if so, we mark it off as a nest, and then we monitor it until the eggs hatch, which takes about 2 months. Cindy, what would you like to add?
Well, that Florida is a very important place for turtles, and the state of Florida, 90% of all the nests in the United States are in Florida. So
Really?
that's why Florida is
It's
so
a big
important.
deal, yeah.
And for loggerhead turtles, which we mainly have in Florida, we're 60% of all the loggerhead nests are here in
Wow.
the whole world. So it's very important we continue to do our monitoring and our protection of these species. So we continue to have them downgraded from the Endangered Species Act.
That's crazy. I didn't know that the percentages were that high for turtles.
Right, and I'd like to add the fact that Oman, which is in the Middle East, used to be #1 in loggerhead reproduction, but because of all the troubles that are going on there now, that is not the case. We here in Florida are #1 in the world. It's all our responsibility.
Yeah, we need to step up our game a little bit. So for those who aren't familiar, what's the difference between nesting season and hatching season? Seems a little obvious, but
Well, they do overlap.
right.
So one sea turtle will come and nest an average of 5 times during the season. So it's just not one and
Really?
done.
Wow.
And so as they do, they'll nest and then they'll come back every 10 to 14 days until they don't have any eggs left to do anything with. So so nesting season is typically runs from the end of April until the end of July, sometimes
When it
into
starts to
August.
cool off, right.
Sometimes into August.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
then we have to wait the 2 months for all these nests to hatch.
Interesting. So, once people know about season, the next question is, what should people be doing differently? Because,
Oh,
There's
that's
a
why
lot.
we're here, Jim.
right,
Thank you.
right?
Thank you.
There's a lot that people need to know about turtle season, what they need to do and what they don't need to do,
And the
right?
thing is, we know that people want to cooperate. We speak with hundreds of people, and everybody just absolutely loves these little critters and wants to do what they can. So, Cindy, what should we do?
Well, first of all, as you can see, the town of Fort Myers Beach is becoming very wildlife friendly with their lighting. We're having amber LED lights installed down Estero Boulevard, and it doesn't just help the turtles, it helps the birds, it helps all animals, including us.
And I've had the pleasure of driving on our newly lighted boulevard, and it truly is a wonderful difference. It's so much better.
And it's safe for people and it's safe for
Absolutely.
wildlife, and that's
Yes.
the best part.
Yes.
It's so calming because now all these cars have these bright lights on anyways, and it's just a calming different effect,
It's
right?
We noticed the
exactly.
difference.
And I was just on a road trip out to California and back, and it's so much easier when those cars don't have those white lights. Unfortunately, after Ian, we have a truck has the white LED lights, and
Yeah.
I wish we didn't, because I know how hard it is for me to see driving at night.
So let's go back to lights, Cindy.
Yeah,
What should
so the
people
most
do?
important thing for lighting year round on Fort Myers Beach, there's a municipal lighting ordinance is that every light has to be downward directed, meaning nothing going above.
Yep.
It has to be fully shielded. So there's a shield around the whole light, the top and around, and it has to be amber LED and full cutoff too, meaning that full cutoff. But if you're fully shielded, you're gonna not see the source of the bulb at all. That's the important thing. And it's important that it's amber LED that's above 560 nanometers in wavelength. So it's not the color of the light being yellow like a bug light.
Yep.
It's
Still need a special type of light.
exactly.
Exactly. You can't just take a white light and paint it red. It won't work.
They did that in the olden days.
Right.
But we're far beyond that.
Yeah,
It's easier and easier to get a hold of these lights. And I know that a nonprofit Sea Turtle Conservancy, they're trying to work with local stores like Home Depot. I know when I did the rehab on our house, I was able to get things from Home Depot.
That's nice. That's readily available now.
Yeah.
So you have to go search for it. So.
And it actually says turtle friendly, and Lowe's has the same thing. And so hopefully it's easier, and it's required. Yes, it's required by our town law.
And, and for visitors, you get a lot of people that come and visit and stay in a vacation home. They don't know at night sometimes to have the windows open, the drapes open, and the bright lights on all the time, right?
That's right. And we would like to remind people that includes your cell phones. If you're going for a beach walk, whether it's late at night or early in the morning, please don't turn your light on to look for shells, because that blinding white light will possibly prevent the female from coming in and laying her eggs. So no white lights, even the ones on your phone, please.
I think there's going to be a concerted effort this year in the area, in our area, including Sanibel, Fort Myers Beach, because we've had so many disorientations. We had a record number last year, and it's going to be a concerted effort to try and cut down on the light pollution.
Yep.
I know people on Fort Myers Beach think if you're not near the beach, then it's not a problem. But, well, first of all, we had a hurricane, and if you please come out to the beach and see if you can see your lights from your house,
there's no shielding
at all. But people on the back end of the island, on the other side of the island, your lighting can be seen by from Sanibel and from Sanibel and from Bonita Beach, and so it's going to be a concerted effort to try and cut down on the light pollution. If lights aren't fully shielded, cut off, and downward directed, it's a problem. Yeah, right. You're going to have sky glow.
And Jim, we have this turtle skull here. Can we show the people why we're doing this?
Yes.
Can they see how large these eye orbits are?
It's huge.
It's a massive eye orbit, and that's because these animals are used to the dark ocean. They're traveling out there where there is a minimal amount of light. And so they need this big eye orbit so that they can absorb as much of the light as possible. So when they come up on our beaches, which would historically have no lights, when they see our artificial lights, it disorients them, and they literally don't know which way to go. Yeah. And that's a problem.
They don't have sunglasses to wear.
No.
Good point, Jim.
Yeah.
But that's why the lighting ordinance. What else do we need to talk about, Cindy, besides lights?
Well, of course, people like to dig holes in the beach. And if you could please fill those in so we have no turtles getting trapped on the beach, or any people that are walking at night. We have lots of people that walk the beach at night and they don't use lights at all because you have the starlight, but you're not typically looking down and they're going to get hurt.
Absolutely. You fall in the hole. Fill your holes in.
That's pack, whatever you take to the beach, take right out. I know some people are here for only a weekend and they don't want things to go to waste, so they'll just leave the chairs and the toys that they bought on the beach, hoping someone else will claim them and use them. But if you can just take those to the beach access, that would be great.
Exactly. Don't leave them in the way. People trip over them, but the turtles can't get over them.
Right. Well, once again, if your chair is left on the beach and the turtle comes in and bumps into it, she's going to think it's not a safe place to lay her nest, and so she will leave. Or even worse than that, she might, if the chair has been opened and she crawls underneath it, because she cannot go in reverse. These primitive animals have no reverse. she will just be stuck under the chair, possibly crawl back into the Gulf, and it might even cause her to drown.
And that's happened.
It has
Wow.
happened. It's
Yeah.
so dangerous. And then if you look at the size in this jar here, I have a hatchling, and you can see from the size of it that even something like the track from a vehicle on the beach, this animal could potentially, when it's out of the nest and nice and healthy, trying to crawl into the water, falls into one of those, and if it's flipped over, it's the end of the story.
They
Even
can't get out. And on top of that, they're easier prey for the
Yeah.
ghost crabs.
Yep, they're stuck.
Yeah.
right. So we've got lights, we've got furniture, we've got holes. Those are the main things that we ask people to be
But if you
conscious of.
do, so many people are able to enjoy on Fort Myers
Yeah.
Beach in the area. Turtles nesting,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
So
several
what
get
should-
to see them hatching too.
So
But
what should people do if they come across, because you guys coordinate that off, right? So what should they do if they come across a nest? Obviously keep your distance from it, right?
well, if there's a nest, if you see one at night and it's not taped off yet, then yes, keep your distance from it. We certainly don't want you walking over it. But if you do see a turtle, if you come upon a turtle nesting, please turn off all your lights. I know you really want a video of it, but we can't let that can't happen because they'll see that light. Get landward of it, please, so it doesn't feel trapped and it can get back to the water, and be about 50 feet or more away from it. And you can enjoy watching it nest. It will take over an hour sometimes for a turtle to nest.
Wow.
And you can stand there and watch the whole thing. And then as it moves back to the water, slowly walk back to the water behind it.
Yeah.
But the best part is watching it swim away. So don't miss that part. I know it's a long time to wait an hour, but that's the best
worth
part
the
is
wait.
watching it swim away. Yeah.
The important thing is never get between the turtle and the water.
Yeah.
That's the important thing. And stay away so you're not interfering.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. So typically, what's a typical day look like you guys for now? Now that it's season, right? I'm sure you're up early, right? And checking out for nest and
You wouldn't believe how early we get up because we're so excited about this whole thing, Jim.
Well, and we try to get out before anyone.
Yeah.
So it's easier for us to see.
Yeah, we
What's
need to get
going
out
on.
before
And
anyone
we need,
tramples on
and
the sign.
everyone here that's putting out chairs or the vendors on the
Yep.
beach, they have to wait for us to do our job first. So we try to be on it and be able to let them set up as early as possible.
and you're just looking for tracks coming up and then checking to see if they've actually nested them.
Yeah, we have to document every move a turtle makes on the beach.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm.
So
They're protected.
yeah, absolutely. If you're walking on the beach in the morning and you come across these yellow flags, this is going to be your signal that we have seen this turtle crawl and are deciding whether it is a crawl or a nest. So it's already been reported. If you see turtle tracks or what you believe are not turtle tracks and you don't see one of these signs, these little flags, that's when you need to call us and report it.
Hmm.
And our number is our Turtle Time number.
Hmm. Go to turtletime.org. Oh, it's
Here
right
it
there.
is on our flag.
There you go, right?
239-481-5566.
And it's also on the signs on the nest. So, and it's also on the new beach access signs they just put
Oh,
up.
very nice. Very
So
nice.
if you see, because sometimes turtles surprise us and they'll come up during the day.
Really?
Yeah. I know a leatherback just did that on the East Coast.
Really? Wow.
So yeah, sometimes that
Could happen
happens.
anytime, right?
Yeah,
That's right.
So, or it comes up really early in the evening and you still have a lot of people
Yeah.
out. Just give us a call. Someone will be out there to take care of it.
And you mentioned they lay a number of times during the season, right?
Correct.
Do they typically come back to the same spot area?
Yes. Once they find a spot, they typically, sometimes we've had it where they've gone right on top of the other nest.
Really?
Yeah. And so that's a little frustrating because
Right, right.
eggs and hatchlings go flying everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah. It's always interesting.
Yeah.
Right.
We never know what's going to happen.
There's
And-
never a repeat.
And we really enjoy all the people that take part of with us on the beach every day, because it's new to them sometimes, and it's always an experience for all of us.
That's true. And the thing we want to make clear is we love answering questions. So sometimes we're a little bit short because we have so much to do with one of the nests, so much measuring and stuff.
Just give us a minute. Numbers in our head.
Give us a minute. We're happy to talk turtle whenever.
I get it. So I want to end this episode on a
Is it 15 minutes already?
Well, it's getting there.
Well, that's too
We got
fast.
more. We got more.
Oh, okay.
We got more. But I want to focus on hope.
Oh,
definitely.
So what are you guys hoping for? What does success look like this season for you guys?
well, last year we had 113 nests, and that was the second most number of nests we've ever had on Fort Myers Beach. Our record is 132 nests, and that was in 2020, the year of COVID,
Okay.
which was
Yeah.
one of my favorite years, because we had a lot of snowbirds living down here that typically aren't here during turtle season, and they never understood why they had to have these lights for their condos, and when they couldn't go out and socialize with people, they could be out on our beach, and they could see this happening, and they could follow. They had something that was normal that year that they could pay attention to, and count how many nests we have, or see them hatch. So I guess I would say a successful year this year would be that we would break our record.
Right. Yep. Absolutely.
And you know what? I think that every year we seem to have more and more turtles nesting,
Right.
and hopefully that'll be the case. So, and if each one gives us 5 nests, hopefully that'll happen, and people are more aware of what they have to do, so they won't actually chase them back into the water when they come up, and our lighting's more friendly to them. So hopefully that will happen. But the other side of the coin is we need to get all these babies back to the water, because it just defeats our purpose. We could have a lot of nests, but if we don't get them back to the water, then it's 1 in 1,000 makes it to adulthood.
Right?
Really?
Between 1 and 5 out of 1,000.
Yeah.
But we can tell from looking at our numbers. I think Turtle Time started, about 40 years ago? And our numbers have been increasing with the number of nests and the number of hatchlings we're getting out. So we know that we're doing something right.
Mm-hmm.
We want to continue. And we think we will.
Mm-hmm. I think people are very cooperative, and they just need to understand, and they want to know what exactly they need to do. I think the town is really trying to help and make a concerted effort to get the information out to the contractors of all these new homes, so they get it right the first time.
That's right.
Yeah.
Because Turtle Time alone certainly can't do it. We need everyone's cooperation.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of new people down there, like you mentioned, not just the workers, but people moving here that never been through a turtle season, that need to understand why we do certain things.
And they want to know.
Yeah.
They want to know. They want to know about what kind of plants they need to put around their properties.
Yeah.
They want to learn all this stuff. Just like I came from Chicago. This place is really different from where I grew up.
A little bit, right? Just a little bit.
And that's why we love it.
Uh-huh.
Exactly.
And we're doing all we can to preserve it. We are a living beach, but living things die if you don't take care of them, and we need everyone's help.
Yeah.
So speaking of help, other ways that people can help besides being thoughtful on the beach, is there other ways that they can help the organization?
Well, you can talk to others about it. Spread the word. That's the most important thing,
Yeah, we really don't require a lot of money. Like, we're not asking for donations.
because we're volunteers. Yeah.
We're volunteer. The most expensive thing, I think, is our shirt.
Yeah, we have, you can go to turtletime.org. You can see some great videos there. And a lot of people like to volunteer. So that's where you would send your email, to turtletime.org. You typically volunteer 1 day a week or 2 days a week. And it's early in the morning. So you can go to work or do whatever else you want to do
the
there.
rest of the day.
And it's a great way to start the day. No one's on the beach.
It is.
You
very
never know what
peaceful,
you're going to see in the morning.
It's I've been out there a couple of times.
Mhm.
It's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
It's quiet, but it's nice. So,
Mm-hmm.
so wrapping things up, any last words for our listeners today?
Well, I'm encouraged for the future of the turtles in this area. We just need to really concentrate on the lighting, and people don't understand how far that extends with these white LED lights. So there's going to be a concerted effort for long distance cumulative lighting
Education, yeah.
education in the county, I'm sure. I know that's coming up.
We've
Well
got a
said,
large
Cindy.
percentage of the nesting in the turtles here, so we need to absolutely step up our game.
Right, but I
Yep.
think we can have even more.
Yep.
So, and the more turtles that nest under the beach, the more experiences our visitors get to have. And it's just such a positive thing.
It is.
It's just, I love it.
It
I
truly
love,
is.
I love,
And it's so important. They're an integral part of our ecosystem, and we know we need to tend it. So we can start by taking care of these
and we hear,
magnificent animals.
yeah, we hear it all the time. It's on their bucket list to see a turtle, to see a hatchling,
Right.
to see a nest hatch. It's on their bucket list. So
We're gonna
I
make
wonder
it
where
happen.
that is
here.
worldwide. Yeah.
Well, ladies, it's been a pleasure getting
Uh-huh.
to know you, and thank you for sharing what
Hey.
Turtle Time does. And we hope to see you at the beach here soon and the turtle nest hatching
Yep.
Thank you so
safely,
much,
right?
Jim.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much. What an opportunity.
Ladies.
Thanks for soaking up a little sunshine with Roxy and the Fort Myers Beach Chamber. If you loved today's local scoop, share this episode, leave a quick review, and follow for more island stories. And come join us every Friday at the Roxy in Times Square on beautiful Fort Myers Beach. Also, to nominate your favorite neighbors, local legends, heroes, or local businesses to be on the show, go to fmbgoodneighbor.com. That's fmbgoodneighbor.com. Or call 239-427-4100. Until next time, support local, be a good neighbor, and we'll see you at the beach.